students. Here we are back with Act 1, Scene 2. The last part that we had reached was Prospero is in conversation with his daughter Miranda, okay? And he is telling her that now he feels the time has come where he will be telling her the reality about their existence, who they were, how they reached this particular island. And she is also very eager to know the truth and what had happened to them years ago. Okay, so we start from around line number 40, depends 43, 42. Miranda's dialogue. Certainly, sir, I see. He is her father. Yes, she respectfully is calling him. Certainly, sir, I can. So, the last question that Prospero had asked Miranda was whether she could recollect anything about her past. And he expected that Miranda will not recollect anything about her past. But she says, yes, I can. I have a very faint memory. So he is very surprised that 3 years old and she can still recollect things. Anyway, he asks her, by what? By any other house or person. So he asks her, by what? Can you remember? What do you remember about? By any former house. Can you remember any house, any particular person? Of anything the image tell me that had kept with thy remembrance. He says, tell me of anything. I mean, whatever you can recollect. Whether it's a particular person, whether it's a particular house, whether it's a particular location, just tell it to me and let me know all your recollection. Okay. Miranda then says, it's far off. She says that I can have a very faint recollection of a time very, very far off, meaning many years ago, and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. And she says, what I think is something like a dream rather than a fact. Meaning what I am going to tell you, what I can remember about my past is like a fairy tale to me. Okay. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me. Now just imagine a girl, a child of 3, remembers, and she tells the father that there was a time I had 4, 5 servants, individual servants, attending to me, attending to my needs, taking care of me. I had servants at my beck and call. I can faintly remember them. Okay. Prospero is astonished. He says, thou hadst and more. He says, yes, my dear. You not only had 5, 6 servants. In fact, you had umpteens of servants, many servants in our palace. Okay. Miranda, but how is it that this lives in thy mind? But she says, but tell me, how do you remember such a thing that happened so many years ago when you were only 3 years old? How do you remember that you had servants? Okay. What seest thou else in the dark backward and abyss of time? Says, tell me, other than this, what else can you recollect of your past, of your dark past? Okay. If thou rememberst aught, ere thou comest here, how thou camest here, thou mayest. Then he puts a question to her, and he asks her, if you remember anything of your past life, if supposing you remember something of your past life, can you remember or can you recollect how you came to this island? Have you any idea how you came to this island? Do you remember that? Miranda does. Thankfully, Miranda does not remember that part. Okay, so she says, but that I do not. Say, no. How I reached this island, what happened, what took place, I have no knowledge. Okay, but that I do not know. Then Prospero says, 12 years since, as you and me reached this particular island around 12 years ago. Miranda, 12 years since, thy father was the Duke of Milan. He says, and I would now like to tell you that 12 years back, I, this ordinary man, was the Duke of Milan. Okay, and a prince of power, and I had authority. I was like a prince ruling my dukedom. Then Miranda is very, very surprised. He says, "Sir, art not you my father?" So she tells him, if you were a prince, if you were having the power of a dukedom, then can you tell me, are you actually my father? Okay, she can't believe that this old man was once upon a time the ruler of a duke. So Prospero says, "Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said that thou was my daughter." So he plays the fool with his daughter, imagine. And he says, "As far as you being my daughter, I was told by your mother that you were my daughter." Meaning मजाक कर रहा है कि your mother told me that you were my daughter. So he's just trying to have like put in a little punch in this thing for a little entertainment or a laughter. Okay. And thy father said, "And your mother told me that you were my daughter, and your mother told me, unfortunately she does not have a mother right now. Her mother is dead. And she also told me that I am your father. Was Duke of Milan and his only," and said, "I was the Duke of Milan, and you were my only child. No son, no other daughter I had. You were my first and my last child." Okay. And princess, no verse issued. So he says, "And only Hernus was a prince, and you were like a princess to me." Miranda then tells him, "Of the heaven, what foul play had we that we came from thence?" So she can't just imagine कि she lived the life of a princess. Then she says, "Oh, what was the treachery? Then what happened? What type of a treachery was brought upon us that we landed up in such an environment and in such a scenario? Okay, or was it good that we came here?" And he said, "Tell me something. Was it something good that we came here?" Prospero says, both, my girl." He says, "Yes, what you said is both true. Both are true, my daughter. By foul play," says, "we landed here by foul play," meaning illegally, and in a illegal way we were driven away from our dukedom. Slowly but surely he's coming out with the truth. Okay, "By foul play, as thou seest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly hop either." He says, very illegally we were taken away from the dukedom, and but by God's grace and good fortune we have landed on this island, and ever since for the past 12 years we have been living this nomadic life on this island. Miranda's very, very astonished hearing all these things, and then says, "Oh my heart, please," say, "listening to your story, what you say, it is paining my heart. How could such a thing ever happen to us?" Okay. "Oh, my heart bleeds to think of teen that I have turned you to," says, "and I'm very, very pained. I'm very, very sorry that what trouble I have put you through. Imagine, 12 years you have looked after me in these circumstances. Imagine the trouble you have taken to take care of my needs, to look after me, to bring me to this state. Okay. To think of the teen that I have turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you, Father." So he says, "And I remember nothing of this. What you told me right now, I have no knowledge of. I don't remember anything. Please go on, my father. Please," meaning continue with the story. It is so interesting. I would really, really like to listen to it, and the complete story should be told to me. So please continue with this story." Prospero then tells her, "My brother and the uncle," says, "You know, I had a brother, a younger brother, your uncle. His name was Antonio. I pray thee mark me," said, "then I request you pay great attention to this part I am telling you, that is about your own uncle, our own flesh and blood. Okay. I pray thee mark me that a brother should be so perfidious as that take great care and listen with attentiveness, that how could a brother behave in such a treacherous manner." What I'm going to tell you is very, very treacherous and bad, and I can't imagine one brother can do such a thing to his elder brother even. Okay. "He whom next thyself of all the world I love." So after you, he was the next person I loved the most. No one could beat you. And after him, I respected him and I loved him, my own younger brother. Okay, I loved, and to him put the manage of myself. But galti se, unfortunately, I left the management and the control of my dukedom to my younger brother. As at that time, to all the signori, it was the first, and Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity and for the liberal arts without a parallel. And so at that time, when I began to trust my brother and give him the responsibilities, I was known throughout the kingdom as a very fearless, as a very royal duke. People loved me, people respected me, people honored me. There was a time, okay, and there could be no other duke like me, in parallel with me, in comparison to me. Those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brain. Said, but, I was very, very fond of reading. So much so that I was mad about reading books. And it came a time that I was so engrossed in reading that I left the complete control of my dukedom to my brother, Antonio. And slowly but surely, I was getting away and he was getting more ambitious. Okay, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secrets. And says, slowly but surely, I was paying less attention to my dukedom. I was paying more attention to my books and studies of different varieties. That thy false uncle, thus thou attended me. And there came a time that your uncle, my own brother, you are attentive. Then he would like to tell her very, very important things, but he says, are you paying attention? But he feels that Miranda is not paying attention. So he wants to tell her when she is in a very, very sober state of mind where she is listening to things, and he asks her because she is very interested and she is absolutely fully hearing what her father is telling her. Okay. So my dear students, we'll complete till here. That is around line 80. Right? I mark it here. The next video we will continue from here. Goodbye. God bless.